Hello and welcome to KingTech Coding Clinic, and in this tutorial we are going to start with the first lesson in the creation of our school management system using Excel and Word. So let's dive straight into it. First of all, we need a folder where we can organize our stuffs into it just for simplicity's sake. So we just get our folder on the desktop. So you can name it whatever. So I will name mine, since I already have SMS folder, I'll just name it SMS training. Just double press the enter key twice to open the folder, and inside the folder you right click and then you choose Microsoft's Excel worksheet. So just don't rename it, allow it like that. Just hit the enter key twice just to launch it. So in here we're going to give it a different file name, then we'll then go and delete this one. So just go to file and you go to save as, then you choose the same directory, that is the same folder on the desktop, SMS training. Then you name it SMS for short, or so SMS training. Now with the drop down arrow here, you just click and choose macro enabled workbook. Macro enabled workbook, this Excel macro enabled workbook. You just click on it to choose it, then you click on save. Good, we are good to go. You can then close this. Now let's delete the first one that we created and leave the SMS training, that is the macro file. Good, so we have this. You can see that the icon is a bit slightly different from the previous one. So this is the macro enabled workbook. So just double click to launch it. This is what we are going to be using in the training, in the development of the system. So first of all, we're going to do away with the first row and then the first column, that is row 1 and then column A. In the sense that when we create systems like this, when systems are created like this and then hyperlinks are added where we can click to switch, link and navigate from one sheet to the other. Whenever you navigate to a sheet, the cell that is automatically selected is cell A1. So we wouldn't like that to happen. So we like to hide the first row and then hide the first column, so that when we navigate to the sheet, because at the end of the day we wouldn't be needing it, so that when we navigate to this page or to the page in question, it wouldn't find this cell to select. So basically that is that. So you just click here, then you right click and you go to hide. Click here as well, right click and we go to hide. So in here we're going to start with our home page. So we just double click to rename the tab home. So just give it a color of your choice. I would prefer black, so I give it black. So we are good to go now. So we can start designing of our home page. So basically that is that. So let's just go ahead and then hide certain stuffs here. So first of all, you're going to need we're going to start with, let's say okay, with a cell B as well. Okay, the column B. So from here, then you can just select entire row here up to this, maybe 26, and then up to P here. I think that would be ideal, or S. I think S is okay, so that will make it a bit better. We can just prolong it to T as well. Let's see, just prolong it to T. Good, I think we are good to go here. So with this we can just go ahead and then execute. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's just select from this. So let's say 10 and then to P, S, T and then U, whatever. So I think U is okay, or okay, T is enough. So with this we are okay here. So let's just choose a background of our choice, like this deep color. I think this will be ideal for us, just to hide the various cells. It's just for us not to see them, for us, so that we just go ahead and then select from here to 26 as well. I think 26 or 7 would be ideal. After this, then we're going to give it another color of our choice. Just go this way, and then let's see, we give it a light blue color. Okay, let's see, I think this color will be ideal, or maybe lighter than this, or something like this is okay. So I think we are good to go from there. So from here we can then proceed to start the designing stuffs. So in here we're going to just merge and center all this, or we can also give it a white color just to hide there as well. So I think we are good to go from here. Good. So with this, we are now going to start adding our stuffs here. So you can just type maybe subheading or the name of your school from here. Maybe I would say KingTech. You call it coding clinic. From there, I think that would be okay for me. And just merge and center it, and then I can just give it different fonts, Times New Roman, and just increase the font size a bit. And then let's see. Okay, let's just give it a background color of our choice. Let's see. Will this be okay for us? This color, this color. Okay, let's just check and see a color we have there, and then see. Okay, I think if we have it this way, will be okay for us. I think this color is okay, so let's just increase it a bit, and then let's give the font color to be white here. You can just bold it as well. I think this looks okay. And then in the middle here to delete another one here. Let's say from here, so we can just type another one. That one will be a bit bigger. That will be the name of your school. Clinic. So just good. So you can just merge and center it. We can just change the font color to the text color to be white as well. Font style Times New Roman, and then you can just increase the font size a bit. You can bold it as well. I think this looks slightly good. But I think we are good to go here. Just that we need to just decrease it a bit to have the complete overview of this. I think this looks nice. So down here we can just type as well, and then this is the school management system. That one can be school management system, so you can have it selected like this. Merge and center it, and then the text color should also be white. Font style Times New Roman. Okay, it's in there, so I can just change this to a, let's see, okay, I think this looks okay. So let's just increase the font size a bit and bold it as well. I think this looks good as well. So we are done with this. I think this looks okay. Good. So we can now go ahead and begin adding our buttons and then other stuffs. So let me see if I can increase the font size a bit just to make it a bit stand out like more than the previous one. I think that looks okay. Good. So we can now begin adding our buttons. So with this, let's just go to the insert. Then we go to shapes. Then we choose this shape, and then we use it to draw our buttons or the various buttons. Starting from here, so you can just have one this way. So we can just go to the formatting tab here, and then just choose this color. I think this looks okay. So you can just copy it and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste, because we need 4 buttons straight up. So one should be here, another one here, and then the third one or the 4th one here. Just put them straight up, set them up. I think this looks okay. So you just right click on this, the first one, and then you go to edit text, and then you just type home. Sorry. So you can just format it, and then make it look a bit okay. So bold it a bit, then text color should be black, then font style Times New Roman. You want to center it, and then this way. I think that looks okay. So you go to this, right click, and then go to edit text, and you type about. This will link us to the about page, so you can just format it as well. You can just bold it, then center it, and then raise it up a bit. Then font style should be Times New Roman, and that looks okay. So this one as well, right click and go to edit text, and then just type show tools. So with this, looking at it, it's like we need to expand it a bit. So other than that, then we can also see if we can okay, let's just decrease the font size a bit to make it fit. So we bold it, and then change the font style to Times New Roman, and then still we will need to decrease the font size once again to make it okay. This looks okay. And then this one as well, we can just right click, then we go to edit text, then we go to hide tools. So you can just decrease the font size a bit, and then let's see, Times New Roman is the font style. Then you can bold it as well. So you have this and that. So this will show the tools. This will hide the tools, which include the various tabs, and then the formatting bar, the toolbar, formula bar, and all that will be hidden. And then at the same time, if we want them to show up, we can still execute that using these two buttons. So we are assigning my macros to them just to make it effective. So I think this looks okay. So I think let's change the colors of this. So let's just go to fill. And I think this should go with green. This, all right, let's make sure this is selected. Then go to formats, then fill, and we choose, I think red will be good here. This should hide the tools. This includes all this, and then the various tabs. That is if we don't need them or we don't want them to show up. And then this should show them in case we need them to use in our work. So basically that is that. So now we now go ahead and then add our various buttons that will be navigating us from one sheet to the other. With these tabs, we'll be assigning hyperlinks to them, and this one as well is going to be a macro. We're going to create a model where we'll be putting some lines of codes just to execute our actions from here. So that is that. So now let's move to this side and then get our buttons up and running. So we need another button. So we go to insert, go to shapes, and we choose the same button, and then we have one button. Let's say from here, let's take it from here. I think this looks okay, so we can just move it a bit this way, since we'll be needing 3 of this. On the first that's Control C to copy, Control V to paste, Control C to copy, Control V to paste. So with this, you can just put this here, just drag this and leave it here as well. You just make sure that the space between them looks okay. So this is the front end design, so at least you should make it look outstanding. I'm just trying to manage it in my own way, so I think that is what I can do. Sorry, I should have formatted it at once before copying. Since I haven't done that, let's just go ahead and do that. So we're going to fill it with a deep blue like this. I think this looks okay. So you can just right click, and then okay, before we do that, let's add the rest. So Control C, Control V again, Control C, Control V, Control C, Control V. Good. We need another one here as well, another one here as well, and another one here as well. Good. Okay, and finally we need another one at the bottom, Control C, Control V. So we have it here as well. I think our buttons are okay, so we can just edit them or to give them the text, just to show what we need them for. So with this we can navigate to the add and then check student details sheet. Check student details. So you can just center it and then put it in the middle here. Change the font style to Times New Roman. You can bold it, let it look outstanding. Then text color should be white. I think that looks okay. Right, click this one as well and then edit text. So you can say add slash check teachers details. So you can just select this as well and format it, center it, and then adjust it this way. Change the font style to Times New Roman. Then you bold it as well, and the font color, I think it's already white, so we're good to go. So with this we can add and check fees details as well from here. So edit text, so you can say add check fees details. Good. So you can just center this Times New Roman, that is the font style. Yep, bold it a bit, so we are good to go here. So here we have we need to check we need this particular tab or link to link us to the student Emis data. So just edit and then get a text up and running. So say check student Emis data. So you can just select this entire text, center it, put it in the middle here, change the font style to Times New Roman, and then bold it. So I think we are good to go. So right click this as well and then edit text, and you say confirm payment and receipt. This should link us to that particular sheet. Then we can confirm payment and then give out receipts. Confirm payment and receipts. So center this, font style Times New Roman, and bold it. I think that looks okay. So right click this as well and then edit text. So issue admission receipt. So this should link us to that sheet. Issue admission receipt. Good. So you can just select the entire text as well, and then yes, you can just center it and then Times New Roman, bold it as well. So here the last and final one here, you can just edit the text and then we type check teachers Emis data. Check teachers Emis data. So you can just select the entire text as well and then center it in the middle here, then change the font style to Times New Roman, then we bold it. I think this looks good as well. So now let's see if we can give it some or let's try to see if we can hide this particular row for us. And then so let's just select it and then try to hide it from here. So let's just give it a white background to hide this, and I think here too will be good if we do that. So you can equally give it a white background just to hide it, and then here as well I think also good. We do that. Good. So let's just hide the cells from here. So you can just Control Shift and then press the down arrow after selecting where I've just selected. Right click and then you hide, just to make navigation easy for us from here. So here too we have the same thing. We're going to hide this. So you just select this, Control Shift right arrow and right click and then hide. So you can now, this makes navigation very easy for us from this home page. So I think, let's see if we can give it a thick border around it, and then I think that would be good for us. Let's see. Good. So I think let's just check, and then this. Oh, sorry, undo the action here. Sorry. Okay, let's see if there is the need to undo that action. Let's just give it a. We need this rather. Take border around the various. So you just select this. I think this looks okay. Yeah, I think that's okay with this. So we are good to go from here. So I think we are done with our home page designing. So in our next lesson, we're going to go ahead and design the about page in that order. I wouldn't like the videos to be too long, so I'll end here. In our next lesson, we'll continue with the rest. And until then, I say bye for now, and thanks for watching. So don't forget to save your work. Just Control S to save, and we are good to go.